the Thermador Kitchen at Advantage Appliance with Elena Martinez. Hello.
Hello, good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And we're going to make pierogies.
Pierogies?
But with cherries.
With cherries, yes.
So would this be like a sweet pierogi?
Yes, a sweet pierogi. I was telling you that this specifically recipe, it's Ukrainian. You know, Ukrainians invented the pierogies with cherries. So you can make it with fresh cherries, or if the fresh cherries in wintertime are too expensive, you use the canned ones, like in the syrup ones. So yeah.
But I have kind of a weird question about, like, is a pierogi just some dough that has something inside?
Yes.
Is that kind of essentially what that is in a nutshell?
Yes, you're absolutely correct. And in my book, I made pierogies with fresh farmer's cheese. It's like a cow cheese, you call it? I don't know how. Fresh
goat cheese?
Yeah, goat cheese, fresh cow cheese, you name it. And then the same recipe for the dough, and instead of the cheese, you just add the cherries.
Oh. Well,
so, yes.
That's easy. So you can kind of make it to what you want.
What you want, absolutely.
Wow.
I was telling you, sometimes I've seen people, like, again, Ukrainian people, they use even mashed beans, you know, like a mixture with cheese, or you can use the cabbage with
potatoes,
carrots.
you said, which I think sounds really good.
Yes, so I was telling you about the dough. It's very important to follow the recipe step by step, because if you get too hard of a dough, then when you stick the pierogies, they won't stick very well.
Okay.
Although they can work, you don't have to waste the dough, but you can use the fork to seal it with. So,
okay.
Yeah, I was telling you.
So essentially, your dough is
flour,
eggs,
melted butter.
Melted butter.
Yes, and hot water.
Hot water.
Yes.
And hot water, just because it makes the dough a little bit more workable.
Soft. I don't know if you can touch it. It's like a Play-Doh. It's so soft and manageable. Yes.
It's definitely not sticky.
Absolutely. Let's put this to cook.
Okay.
You just boil water, plum, and you kind of let it boil for 5 minutes or so, I'll say, until they kind of surface.
Is it just water in there, or do you have any oil or anything?
No. Don't worry about the sticking part. They won't stick at all. Yes. They won't stick at all. There you go. See, you got it.
Yeah, look
yes.
at me. Look at me.
Go ahead. You put the last one.
Baking. What would this be? Baking or cooking?
Oh, cooking? Yeah, baking? No.
I don't know.
You're not using the oven, so yeah. So I'm just kind of going and make a big circle, like a pizza circle, you'll say.
How thin of a dough do you need? Right.
The thinner, the better, because, you know, I don't like when I eat a dumpling to just taste the dough, like a lot of dough. I don't like that at all. Okay. So you kind of.
So make it thin.
You kind of have to kind of see through. Is that
Yep. That makes sense to me. I can get behind seeing through the dough.
So
that makes sense.
You can even see the circle. Yeah. Don't make it too thin, because they will rip. They will break.
So do you flour the surface before?
A little bit, yes. If it's too soft, then you can flour. Then you use a pizza cutter or a cookie dough cutter, or
just about like 2 inches.
Yes. Sometimes I put my fingers to kind of measure, but you know, I've done it so many times that I'm kind of eyeball it. Yes. And then what I do is kind of cutting little squares. Okay. You can make humongous one, which I don't recommend.
Why?
The smaller, the cuter, the better. Okay. That way you don't have to like open your mouth really wide.
I mean,
yeah. So see this excess little tiny pieces, I kind of remove them, and this is not very pretty. This is not very pretty. To kind of leave the perfect ones.
You'll reuse the dough.
Absolutely. Do not waste. Do not throw away the dough. See how they surface?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they come to life. Look at that.
It's alive.
Yes, alive. So important, when you use the canned cherry, you have to drain all the juice.
Okay,
you know,
so make it soggy?
Yes, absolutely. Make sure you do that. That's a very important step. So you kind of add the whole cherry right in the middle, and we are going to fold. Like I said, if you make a mistake and you get your dough too hard, because sometimes, you know, the quality of the flour can mess your recipe up.
That's really confusing. Then how do you? You're not the first person to talk about the difference in flour and how it's dry or wet, and it's kind of all Greek to me. But how do you know if your flour is dry or wet?
Try to buy unbleached and enriched.
Unbleached
and enriched. Yes, yes, absolutely. See, and then we kind of go and work our corners.
Okay.
You kind of pinch and then pull. Pinch and pull. Yes, pinch and pull. See?
Well, we're going to go to break quick, but we're going to come back and we're going to pinch and pull all these cherries. It's going to be great. Stay tuned for more North Dakota Today.